Okay, all cleaned up now. Just trying to figure out all that oil and junk was from the plates. Seal leaking out of the crank here or what? Then I remembered. Oh, we oiled the clutch plates. That's why there's oil all over the place. It's that pre-oiling of the plates. Makes a mess. Okay, so everything's all clean now. Now I'll go ahead and put the new belt up on here. See what we get. Probably gonna be just as loose as the old one, I bet, but we'll see. There's always a chance. It might work. Alright, so there's the belt. The rest of the parts. So, our pulley. All clutch plates. Front pulley and our springs. Okay, now we got one little nick here I want to see about looking into here, see if there's a high spot or something old or new. So you take a real fine file and then across that tooth face. I don't feel anything, so I think this is a nick that was in it when it came in. So it's not sticking up at all. That's why I didn't see a mark in the belt. Actually, if you have a nick in a pulley, it will put a mark all around the whole belt. I didn't see that. Okay, so that's good. Alright, so CMD, I'll put the belt where the numbers are toward me. And let's see how tight this is going to be. Hey, I found the sweet spot right the first time. Getting good. Still pretty loose. Don't see any improvement there. Looks like the same crappy job. Yeah, well, we'll see. Come on, Loctite. Everything's cold and want to work, including me. But I'm gonna get something done, so oh well. Turn that up, turn this up. I remember this one, got my fingers last time holding on to this thing. Ah. Still bangs it hard. So don't get too close to that, go way up here, that way you got more chance to bounce around before you nail yourself. I was expecting it this time, so it didn't hurt as bad. Still hits though. Sting. So that doesn't look too good. Nice. Feels a little rough in there, you can feel it. bearing's not happy already for some reason. I don't know why. So I can slide the belt easily in and out, so it's definitely loose. So it's going to slap around just like it did before. It's got some pretty good slippage going on there. See? It's a lot of banging. It's about 3/4 inch gap in there. See, it's supposed to be taut, not loose. It's got some manufacturing issues going on here. Nothing I can do about it right now, but we gotta get a hold of BDL to see what's going on. That ain't easy either if you tried lately. They are very hard to get a hold of. Something is not correct here. I foresee we'll be back on this project again shortly. Not exactly what I want, but I will. Steel plates are coined, which means they're stamped out, so the sharp side is the side I'm putting inside, the smooth side I'm putting out. Just in case the plates are 100% flat, you put them all the same direction, you won't have as much problems. If you stack them together unevenly, it'll be like a big spring in there. So just stack them all the same way and it shouldn't be a problem. Steel, I thought. Steel's attached to it already. It's stuck on there. Okay. Line up the holes. Ooh, bright. Find the sweet spot where all the holes line up. I don't see any one spot where that's happening now. It's close right there though. Okay, I'm going to put the studs on with a glue Loctite on them. We don't want these springs to come off. A bit of blue on there, one I wanted to put on. So this one we did every other stud. That's what we used. We have plenty of tension. This is one of the mismatched ones I didn't want to start. So until I got lined up. What are we doing wrong? I missed one. Okay, who caught me doing that wrong? Anybody see that? airtight. Just check the big jerk, it doesn't move. Yeah. There you go. Oh, that thing is stiff. It's kind of wobbling around a little bit. Oh. There's a little bit less free play than I want. Up here, it's pretty tight. It's not, most of that's free play in the mechanism, not the cable. The cable has very little free play, so I'm going to go ahead and loosen this up slightly here. I want to get an idea about where it releases at. So you come out like that, and you pull back about 1/2 to 3/4 of the way. You want to start grabbing down here. So I'm going to check to see where it grabs at. So, still moving a little bit. About there, I'm still moving, but I'm about 3/4 of the way out. Up here in the handlebar. So that means I want more free play down here. Because that point was about right there. It's about where it finally released. I like them releasing about right in this area. About 2/3 of the way out. That's where you ideally want to be at. So I'm going to put a little bit more free play down here in the bottom to gain that clearance. Because as the clutches wear, they get a little tighter here. You can do it in a cable, but then it would burn the clutch up here if you don't have it down here. So it's very important to have it down here. Just a little bit. A little jerk. Still a little more than I like. Much better. Alright, it's letting out more like where I want it to now. So, now it lets out about right there. That's where I want it to let out. And the clearance. You can see the cable moving now. Before you couldn't really see the cable moving at all. It didn't have any free play in it. Alright, so that'll be good. So as all the plates broke in, you lost your free play in here. Like I said, if you adjusted your cable with the adjuster, where the hell it's at, right here, you would get the free play back here, up here, that acts like it had free play, but in reality you have no free play here. You'll burn the clutch up because the clutch is being released here because it's not really engaging all the way because the screw stops it from going in too far, which is your push rod. So that's how you adjust it. So this thing's got quite a bit of movement here. So, yeah, that's not good. Alright, it is what it is, I guess. So go ahead and put the cover on here, and that's about all we can do on this project, on this part. Alright, so we get the same gasket again we fought with last time. And all kinds of good ideas on how I was doing it wrong too. I'm sure I have lots of those around here showing me how to do it wrong. So somehow this thing has a twist in it. So the customer gave it back to me, it had a twist in it. Down here, right here, he twisted it. Alright, so I got it halfway close. So some of the better methods of how to do stuff, you put old screws in here and use them as dowels. But that only works if you have old screws that you want to donate to the cause. I don't have any of those. So I'm just going to fight it like I did before. Put a long bolt in here, down here. Get me screw started. Stick it up on here on the dowels and hope for the best. That didn't go very well. Too many hands moving around here. Yeah, it's like chasing after that one. Okay, gasket's held. I got 2 screws. Try to put it up here without moving anything. First thing I did, I didn't bring an Allen wrench with me. Minor problem. Once again, that's not the right one. What do I do with it? Good planning. Great planning. I have no idea what happened to my Allen wrench. I got this one right here. Drop this one down. Put 2 of these in here. At least that'll stay on there. I go hunting for my Allen wrench. It's obviously right in front of me someplace. Except I don't see it. I threw it in the bucket. Yep. All the ones except the ones I don't want. There it is. Told you it was right in front of me. Feel the gasket down there. Alright, where'd my light go? Gasket someplace, but ain't where it's supposed to be. She's tucked up in there someplace. Alright, well, I'll be fighting with this for a while. We'll be back. Okay, get it all back together. Found a little trick for getting the gasket on there a little easier. So I pulled this bolt out, pivoted off the back bolt over here, and got the gasket out. And let it drop down, and I put the bolt through here to hold it down the bottom because the bottom kept sucking out. Once I got that one in there, I go put this one up, and then everything was fine after that. They went right together. Okay, got all those in. So I'm up here looking at this. The shifter's got a lot of clearance in it here. You can see the shifter moving a lot right here. So that usually means the shift shaft, the lever's either loose on the shaft or the whole shaft is loose. So there's supposed to be an Allen bolt in there. It's got a hex head down in here. This is one of your problems you see. The other problem is you look down at the shaft right there. The shaft's not moving, but the lever is. So the lever's loose. So you get down and look at that, and you can see how the washer down here is loose. So, see how the washer's loose? That means the bolt's loose. Even though the bolt isn't loose to my finger, it's loose to what we're trying to do here, get the focus to work better. So this bolt is loose down here. I can't get to it. So I'm going to try to put a socket in here and see if I can tighten it up. So obviously it's loose. It's going to round off the spline inside the lever in short order. There's my 1/2-inch socket. It should be right in front of me that I don't see. Probably because it's not in here. Nope. Missing in action. Wonderful. Yep. There it is. Inside the big socket. Need something long. How far down is that? Yeah, we need something long. Thought I had that pushed on. Obviously I did not. Because now. Okay, so there, I got access to it. So I can get in here and I can just tighten it up right there with a socket. And should be able to tighten it up pretty good. Try the breaker bar on there. So the bolt's tight. Obviously it's not tight enough. So it's got a lot of movement, so either the bolt's going to break or it's going to get tight at some point. It does feel like it is getting tighter, but a lot of torquing going on here. It's starting to get tight. So is the lever though. Okay, that's about how much I want to force that bolt. At some point you're gonna break the bolt off. Okay, so now it's not so loose. The washer definitely is not loose anymore. So now I think this just the lever's loose now. Not the lever, but the shaft inside the case. So everything's a lot tighter than it was. Okay, so I think that's good. Much improved. Alright, so there you go. More issues to play with. Alright, get my mess cleaned up and be back. We got a brake switch to fix. That'll be over there.